absolutely fantastic day. Day 681. We're moving closer to the 700, and also we're moving closer to the 730, which is 2 years. Now, today was a fantastic day for the following reasons. Got up early after a lot of sleep, very nice. Yesterday there was the whole day without internet, so we read the Bible, studied the Word, although now in retrospect I would have much rather worked, honestly. But hey, with more money comes a mobile internet stick, and then all of these things will not be a challenge anymore soon enough, probably by the end of this year. The first quarter's wrapped up, and now we're going to take a look at Q2. We're moving, blasting forward into Q2. It's going to be amazing, fantastic, outstanding, you could say. So with that, now a few good meetings, that was great. Yeah, and I realized that, when the immediate challenge is removed of finding people that want to, the immediate challenge currently is the palette and the immigration process. And so once the palette is here, that was a significant financial sacrifice, which is absolutely necessary, it was. So that we eventually, by the end of the year, hopefully will have a proper bookshelf here in front of us, so that for now we just don't change anything. If something's working, just work it. Use what I've got here to get the YouTube channel at least up and running, so that people can see that. And then later on, when more money flows in, influx of monetary resources through the actions that we take every day, getting better at, as we do, utilizing Claude Code even on the $20 plan to build these lists and fulfill for the clients that we do, which is fantastic, man. We have committed to another 6 months of media work with the community, which was great. We've committed to $500 worth of lead gen, which is fantastic. That has covered the rent of the initial shipment, the pallets and all of these additional costs, which was like more than $1,000 already. Now we're going to see how much the port cost is. The shipment alone is going to be another $200 just to get here. And now we have two more things, which is the costs of the warehouse itself. We'll need to see how much that is. And then the costs of the custom agent who can take it and ship it up to us. And so then hopefully that money that we've earned with a lot of sacrifice, we could have obviously done that when we inherited all of the money. That would have been a great idea to take that on instead of doing all kinds of things with it. That was really dumb. But hey, it is what it is. We made the lesson, we made the learning, and now we've been brought to the knees with the head in the dirt and reminded to humility, which was great, because we all need to be called to repentance. And that was great. So that was a very valuable experience for sure. Now, with all of that, I really know and understand that once all of these immediate challenges have been resolved, then content will just effortlessly emerge out of me. And I realize that talking about content strategy, what we will be talking about then is something that's valuable for the business owners that we speak to. As I'm just going deeper and deeper into that, there's like my monthly payments, and then eventually the payment processor, which will then not lead to like 5%, but only 1% of fees, which is also going to be important. When all of these things have been cleared out, and this shit little phone, which I'm like taking me 2-3 minutes every time I make a payment, and all of these little things have been dialed in. The palette is here, immigration set up, everything legitimate and nice and clean. It's been a while. It's been a while that it took to set all of this up. But hey, now we're here, now we're there, and now just more of the same. And finding Sunday. Although I feel like what I much rather would have done is just like texting everybody back on LinkedIn, like using the hours and easing into the process. Which this is great, but yeah. So generally speaking, there's one major process, which is 3 traffic sources. We have LinkedIn, we have school, we have YouTube soon too. As we're saying that, let's actually take a look how many people we've got here, or like rather whether we've maxed out the connections at school. And then like finding a shipment provider, that has also been part of it. And then obviously getting the land cleared up. My fucking goodness. Yeah, there's a lot more to do. But we are fighting through this and cleaning up our lives and bringing everything into utter order and harmony. Because that is, what else would I do, right? Now that no distractions are there anymore on my path, what else would we do? So my phone doesn't show it, so we will reset and restart. Man, I am so grateful for this phone because for the past 6 years it has been nothing but helpful, honestly. Didn't even fail once. I also didn't like load it with games and trash, but that's great. See, if you don't load it with trash, it just continues working. Longevity, like the body. Is it not true? Yes, it is. So it is. Same with my computer, right? One of the single best investments, and for sure this is something that I would love to replace with the additional money that is coming, and clarifying the offer and everything around it, right? Because, as I said, with the right offer, there are a lot of things possible, and all things are possible with you, but with the right offer, a lot of things are possible too. So, with that, we will do local lead generation coaching, right? Helping AI agencies find leads in local markets and making tremendous case studies for the people that I'm working with. I am so looking forward for having the shipment all handled. And now we will go and train tonight. Of course, because tomorrow I won't. Since there is... Yeah, so I realized yesterday every day is another opportunity to act rightly. And I also realized like the content is just a reflection of my mind. What is on my mind currently? It's not really thinking through what helps business owners. It really is thinking through how the heck do I just pay the bills and not get crushed by the weight of it. And while this is certainly helpful, I also realized that is rather limiting in a way. But hey, we have made it through the first quarter of this year. We are still up and standing, and even though we're eating the same things every day, once we have the final bill for the warehouse in about 16 days, 15 days, we are clear on how much that would be. So let us see whether we can actually clarify all of that and then handle the immigration process. Also, hopefully we will be able to make this payment tonight, and then if not, get help by a good friend who can handle the payment and then send it over to Germany. Yeah, and I realize that I'm so caught up with these little things because I feel like this just has to be here. I just can't be worried about my immigration, how I can stay here. On the other hand, I gotta like move past it. That's obviously also true. But yeah, so with that, let us now put school back on and continue training. Let's go.